Well, hello, America, and welcome back to Maya's Politics and Survival Guide. Um, I want to let you know that one of the things that I am noticing is that America has a problem. And before this problem in the White House has been taken care of, um, we are going to see a lot of things happen. They're already happening, and a lot of people don't even realize what's going on. They just know that they work, they get paid, and they end up with no money in their pocket because it either goes to rent, to gas for their cars, paying electric, paying gas bills in their homes, um, paying HOA fees, um, grocery bills, all these things they have to pay for. And and the thing is, what is happening is that the crisis that we are having right now is that grocery prices are spiking. They are going up. They're not making it as apparent as they did before. What they're doing is they're raising the prices up by pennies every day, every week. And eventually, the things are not going to be affordable for a lot of people. I know in the meat aisles of Walmarts and other grocery stores, a lot of people cannot afford them. I see the people looking at food, and you can look at their eyes, their body motions, their facial expressions when they pick it up and they see the price and then they have to put it back. A pound of ground beef at Walmart is now approaching $10 a pound. And that's just absurd. One steak, an Angus steak at Walmart, a small one, I'm not even talking about a large size one, a small one is $15. People cannot afford them. People are buying chicken, they're buying pork products because they're a little bit cheaper. But those prices are beginning to go up as well. One of the things that we have an issue with in America is that over 80,000 truckers have lost their jobs due to this administration or their lack of a real administration that knows how to run a country. And these truckers are the ones that drive back and forth across the country delivering goods to all your local supermarkets. I'm not talking about just Walmart and other bigger grocery stores. I'm talking about your local stores in your small towns. And the thing is, it just keeps going out. The domino has fallen and they're falling and they keep falling. And your medications are on those trucks being delivered to pharmacies. Their medication and medical supplies are that are being delivered to hospitals are now becoming limited. There's not as much being delivered like it used to. I know with my husband and his medication that it was getting hard to get them. And we had to wait almost 3 weeks to get some of his medications. So his doctor actually agreed to give him 3 months uh, at a time supply. And then we paid out of pocket for another 3 month supply. And I'll tell you, it wasn't cheap. This is what's happening with our country. We have been isolated from the rest of the world. We are on our own. We have no more allies. We have a pedophile in chief in the White House, along with his regime of Republicans that are on the Epstein list as well. And the way I look at it, if you affiliate yourselves with a pedophile, most likely you're one too. Now, the thing is, we have to get prepared here in America. People need to start stocking up on food, non-perishable foods. I keep urging you, America, stock up on those non-perishable goods because you're going to need it down the line. And if you have children or babies that wear diapers and need formula, you better start stocking up because that is going to be limited as well. You will not be the only one out there looking to buy it. There will be others out there grabbing it off the shelves. Stock up on toilet paper. These are the essentials. These are things people are going to go for first and take off the shelves. Paper towels, tissues. Now, let me explain something. You can save a lot of money if you bought dish rags and if you purchased dish towels instead of buying sponges that you throw away because that's throwing away money, or buying paper towels, which you throw away, but you can use a dish towel to clean up and dry up spills and stuff and wash them. There are alternatives, but those will be limited too because more people will be going for those items when they realize there's no toilet paper, and then those items will be depleted off the shelves. They'll be hard to find, and they will also be expensive if you do not start buying today. This is the month where everyone's going to be hit hard. And it is urgent for every American to get out and vote this November 2026. But this administration's going to try to use this war in Iran to shut down the vote process. They are trying to tear our country down and turn it into North Korea. And I'll tell you, the start has begun when they start putting giant banners of pictures of this buffoon in the White House on buildings. And they just recently added a large gold statue of the big buffoon at Mar-a-Lago at his golf course in Doral. That's what dictators do. It's not about you, the country, or taking care of the country or the Constitution. It's all about them and what they can get out of you. And if they can't get anything out of you, they take it. If you go back and you look at the rallies of this past Trump rallies in 2024, look and listen at what he said. He loved the Great Depression era. Everything was cheap. No, it wasn't. For those who did not have money, it wasn't cheap. The Great Depression era is where a lot of businesses took advantage of the people, paying them 50 cents a day to work a full day of labor because they knew that person was hungry. That is what this administration wants. Now, the tryout, and one of the thing about a lot of people that overlooked was the lady that spoke about poor people, what they should be eating, or this would be a decent meal for you. I think she's in charge of the Food and Drug Administration. And she says a little piece of chicken, a tortilla, some beans, some rice, and then there's going to be another item, which would be water. Oh, and a vegetable, a piece of broccoli. Well, the warships that are over in the Strait of Hormuz right now, they were the test subjects. Nobody even spotted that one. But that's exactly what they were, test subjects. Families sent food products, boxes of food, and um, and items to their children on these ships, and our government stopped them from going. They wanted to feed them beans and tortillas and a little bit of vegetables. They were the test subjects. And if they survived, it's coming to you. You know, all you people that collect welfare, not Social Security, but welfare money. That's what they want to feed you. But you don't get it for free. You don't get that tortilla and a little scoop of beans and a broccoli and a little piece of chicken and a glass of water and a little bit of rice for free. You don't get that for free. You got to work out in the fields. Hmm. Did you think about that, MAGA, before you voted? Because I'm telling you, you're the ones they're coming for. But the sailors and the military, the Air Force, out at the Strait of Hormuz, they were the test subjects for these meals. And since they passed, if the Republican Congress remains in office in November of 2026, they aren't just going to be feeding you that. You have to work for it. A lot of people also don't realize they're coming for your Social Security too, your VA benefits, your SSI, your Medicaid, not Medicare, Medicaid for seniors. This is where we're at, America. And we are in a whole lot of trouble. And one of the things you can do to try and fix this mess that we're in is by voting the Republican Congress out of office. You have to get off your rears and get in gear and get out and vote. Oh, we're in a mess in America. Not only are food prices high, gas prices are high. And when those trucks that deliver what food that's being delivered to the supermarkets, that cost is passed on to that supermarket. That supermarket raises the cost of the food that was delivered, and you pay for that cost. The company isn't going to take the burden. They're not going to keep the food prices down knowing that they have to spend extra money to get the food to their stores. It just doesn't work that way. That's considered bad business. All the prices of all the goods that are going up is always passed on to the consumers. That's you, MAGA, and the rest of the country. We are in the beginning stages of a Great Depression, part two, and it's going to be much worse because the population today is much higher. One of the other things that is happening is that time has passed. To all of you out there who have taken out student loans and you are giving a suspended time due to the COVID era of 2020. And the thing about it, it's over. It's time to pony up and pay your bills. The government has seen to it and seen fit to start garnishing your wages. And you don't get a say. You cannot appeal on a student loan. You can try, but you're going to be denied. That's how it works. I worked at a college. I know how the system works. I've seen students, and I can almost hear them now thinking, oh my, I wish I had listened to her when she said, don't ever take out a student loan. You will be in debt forever. And a lot of students just didn't listen. They took out the money. They saw it as free money. Nothing's free in America. Nothing. This is a time for all Americans to start ending their cell phone contracts and just going prepaid. And why I say that is that if you're prepaid on a cellular plan, you have control of your phone. If you're in a contract with a cellular company, they control you. Those free phones that you think you get are not free. It's on your bill. They just tell you it's free. And if they do give you a free phone, it's going to be a piece of crap. It's not going to be a good phone. But you're still stuck in a contract for that cheap, crappy phone. You know, the ones that where you have to keep taking your finger and tapping on it just to get it to type a letter. Yeah. Cheap screens, cheap phone, little memory, little storage space on them. You know, the crappy ones. Stop with the contract phones. Do not renew a contract when it comes to an end. Even if they offer you a free phone. If your phone's not broken, you don't need to fix it. Or get a new phone. All I know is that prices are going to spike this month, starting around the 15th. Gas prices are going to exceed as high as $10 a gallon. And diesel will be as high as 14 a gallon. And if you're a trucker, that's a lot to fill up a truck. And to travel across the country. As I stated earlier, the dominoes are falling. When you go to your auto repair shop or you want to go and get an oil change, you're going to pay the premium price for an oil change now. You're going to pay premium prices for brakes and brake pads on your car. Eventually, people will not be able to afford to repair their cars. I had a plumber come out just to look at a situation and it cost $100 just for them to come and look. They didn't fix anything, just to look. I'm thinking, what a ripoff. And then in the end, they told me they couldn't do anything, but I still had to pay the $100 for them to show up. But I did find Roller Rooter, and they came out and they cleaned out my pipeline, the sewer line and everything, 120 feet out from the house. A lot of roots have grown into the house that we purchased, into our sewer system, and it's cleaned out. It's good, and there's no more water coming into our basement, thank goodness. But the thing is, everything is going to go up. Your hair products, your soaps, your shampoos, anything that you need to survive is going to go up in price. So today is the day, and today is May the 8th, 2026. You need to start stocking up on your non-perishable food items and supplies. And if you're a coffee drinker like I am, you need to stock up on your coffee. You need to stock up on your flour, cornmeal, oatmeal, chocolate chips, so you can make chocolate chip cookies when you would like to make them. There's a lot of things you're going to need to do, and you're going to need to stock up. Because in America, things are going to get much, much worse before anything will get better. And if we do not get the Republican Party out of Congress this November 2026, it will be the end of America. We will be North Korea. Good luck, America. Bye bye.